Okay, let's get started.
Ghosts are real. That much I know.
Hey horror freaks, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda. If this is the first time here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get a notification every single time that I post a video, and I post every single week. So you can see from the title, today's video is going to be my full review with spoilers of one of the worst horror movies in history. That's not me saying it. Basically, you can look for every single rating of this film. Like, I am not exaggerating. I actually did a video about the worst horror films ever, and this was what won it. One Missed Call of 2008. Now, this is a remake of a Japanese horror movie. That one is a little bit better. This one, it's messy. Now, as always, on my reviews are spoilers. I do not do spoiler-free reviews for films that are already out, so I apologize. And this film, in case that after this video you're interested in watching it, is available on HBO Max. And all disclaimers, let's get into the video. One Missed Call follows several people that start receiving voicemails from their future self, messages which include the date, time, and some of the details of their deaths. Now, to give a brief summary of the story, the film follows Beth, and basically her friends start receiving phone calls, but when they are going to answer, the phone says one missed call, and when you hear like the voice message, it basically has another date, time, and you can hear something that is related to their future death. At the beginning they don't know it, but eventually they're going to realize that in fact what they're hearing is their deaths. Essentially, the film is going to be Beth and a police officer trying to investigate what the hell is happening and get to like the end of the business, but one by one of her friends are going to be killed until she receives a call and she's like, I don't have time, we need to do this. They eventually found out that it's the spirit of a girl that died, and she was about to make a call, but she wasn't able because she died of an asthma attack. And everything that is related was because of her death, like the ringtone, some candy, some images, and ghosts that are being seen around all the film. Everything is related to the time of the girl dying. The film ends with her being able to defeat this entity slash ghost of this little girl, because she is a little girl, but she wasn't that innocent. Let's not take her by granted. Like, she was a little bit evil. And she's able to defeat it, although also the police officer dies. She kind of defeats it because at the end it kind of shows that the phone is going to still making the calls. And it ends, like, being honest, that's the plot. Now, do I like something about this film? I actually do. And it's the story. I believe that the story has potential because it's also kind of sad a little bit, but a very interesting and like weird concept, phone stuff. And like I said, the Japanese, that is the original film, is actually quite good. So what happened here? I know exactly what happened. I actually like to see a remake. Unlike another remake of this, I think that they could have done it better. Because what I don't like, and the reason why this film is so bad, first and foremost, the CGI. They overuse the CGI. I rewatched this film maybe like 2 weeks ago when I saw that was available on HBO Max, since I hadn't seen it in like a few years. Oh boy, CGI is awful, horrible. It looks even worse at Drag Me to Hell, because at least Drag Me to Hell is campy and I can forgive that film, but not this one. Here the CGI is so bad. It looks like it was made on a PowerPoint. So bad, and they overused it a lot. Every single thing is made with CGI. And I think that that will be my biggest problem with the film, and that's why I say that it has potential. Because if you take out all the CGI and you actually made it with practical effects, I know for sure that the film could have been 10 times better. But also the acting is not like the best one. Actors, they aren't bad, but they can do as much as they were given. The script is like very, I would call it a little bit cheesy, I'm not gonna lie. And also the film kind of feels that it's like jumping from one scene to another without proper explanation or a transition. I don't know, it kind of feels like it's just jumping from one death to another, and we don't really have an explanation until the ending. That is when Beth goes to abandoned hospital and she starts making the investigation and all of that stuff. Before that, it's basically jumping from the first death to the second to the third one. It's very weird, and it feels like when they try to adapt a book, but if you didn't read the book, you're not going to understand it completely. That's kind of how it feels. It's like, okay, but this is not a book. This is a remake, so you're supposed to give me some context. Well, I know that for sure no one, like not even a kid, will get scared. Like, for God's sake, I went to the movie theater to watch this and I didn't get scared because the CGI is so bad that it looks so fake. You cannot fool anyone. Like, no one is going to believe this. So, honestly, I would really like to see this like a modern version of it, like maybe with more intelligent phone, since on the film they use all flip phones because it's the time, like it was 2008. But I would really like to see a modern version of it, and I know for sure that could be better because the story has potential. But for the rest, the ringtone, I think that is actually quite creepy. I really like the ringtone. It's pretty iconic. Like, it's very easy to recognize. To this day, if you ever watch the film, it's going to be very easy to recognize that is the ringtone from One Miss Call. But for the rest, this film is pretty bad. I cannot give it a 0, so I'm gonna give it 0.5 out of 5 and a 1 out of 10. Like, that bad. And you might be thinking, then why the hell are you reviewing it? Why? I'm gonna tell you first, because basically every single film that I have reviewed in this series of horror films that are already out, they're films that I like, and I give usually high ratings. Or if I am like being objective and I say, well, maybe the film is not the best one, but I actually like it, at some point I'm going to have to start talking about films that I do not like, because I cannot like every single film that is out there. Like, that's not realistic. So here's one that I believe that is trash. I can watch it, like I rewatched it and I didn't had a bad time, but definitely it's not a film that I would like recommend. Hell no. Like, only if you want to laugh and maybe watch something with your friends, maybe on a sleepover movie night, and you guys just want to have fun and maybe laugh a little bit, then this may be the film for you, because by the rest, this is not a good film. Like, no way in hell that this film is good. Like I said, I did a video talking about, in my opinion, the top 10 worst horror movies ever. It's an old video, but still I'm gonna leave it link here in case that you're interested in hearing the whole list. But this one was perfect because the CGI, that gives me nightmares. The film is not scary. What is scary is how bad the CGI it is. Oh boy. But well, thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below, have you ever watched the original or maybe this one? What do you thought? Like I said, the original, it's way better. Like, if you wanna see the story, like, just go and watch the original. That is actually 3 parts, and this remake tried to compile all those 3 into one, so maybe that's also something that really affected the quality of the story. Like, definitely they tried to cramp a lot into one film, and the film is quite short also. So don't do that. Like, divide the film. Like, take your time. But well, thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to see you guys on my next video. Bye.
Ghosts are real. That much I know.